You've probably heard that slow music increases sales. It's the most repeated claim in retail music, and it's based on real research. But the full story is way more interesting and more useful than the headline. I'm Daniel Fox. I built Entuned, which makes generative music for retail spaces. And here's what the research actually says about slowing things down. The case starts in 1982. A supermarket study published in the Journal of Marketing tested slow versus fast background music. Slow tempo days averaged $16,700 in sales. Fast tempo days, $12,100 in sales. That's a 38% difference. Shoppers moved slower, they stayed longer, they bought more. And this is the part people forget about. Only 6 out of 216 shoppers said they even noticed the music. 4 years later, the same researcher ran the test in a restaurant, published in the Journal of Consumer Research. Slow music made diners stay 11 minutes longer on average. They ordered 3 more drinks per table. Bar revenue went up roughly 40%. The food spend was about the same. It was the extra time that unlocked the extra spend. So far, so good for slow. But here's the catch. A 1999 study from the European Advancements in Consumer Research looked at slow jazz in a restaurant. Slow tempo did keep people at the table for about 15 minutes longer. But here's the problem. Spending didn't increase proportionally. People sat longer, but they didn't order more. You got a lot longer table occupancy without the revenue to justify it. And that's a critical distinction. In a restaurant with a wait list on a Friday night, slow music that keeps tables occupied without increasing check size is actually costing you money. It's tying up capacity. And then there's the key signature problem. That 2012 marketing letter study I keep coming back to, the one that tested tempo and mode together. Slow tempo only produced a 12% lift when the music was in a minor key. That's a minor key, think contemplative, reflective, slightly melancholic. When they switched to a major key, that's when they switched to a major key, the one that most playlists default to, the slow tempo advantage vanished. So it's not just play slow music, it's play slow music in a minor key, Dorian, Aeolian, maybe even Phrygian, and make sure you have the capacity to absorb those longer visits, especially if you're in the restaurant industry. Here's what's actually happening underneath. Slow music doesn't make people want to buy things, it changes the pace of their movement through the space. They walk slower, they stop more, they linger at displays. And that extra time creates more decision points, more chances to pick something up and consider it, and add it to the basket. In 1982, the 1982 supermarket study tracked the pace of movement through the aisles. Slow music shoppers moved measurably slower. They didn't report feeling different. They didn't say they liked the store more. They just moved at a different speed. And that speed change cascaded into different purchasing behavior. This is why at Entuned we think about tempo as a flow rate control, not a mood button. You're programming the pace of foot traffic through a physical space, and that's an operational variable, not an aesthetic one. Does slow music increase sales? It can, under the right conditions. Minor key, adequate store capacity, and a product category where browsing time actually converts into purchases, but just saying play slow music is about as useful as just eat less. Technically true, but practically useless without the proper context. Every one of these studies has nuances that the blog summaries skip. I'm covering all 28 on this channel, the real findings, the caveats, the stuff that actually helps you make decisions. Hit subscribe. And if you want that music that's actually built on research, not a playlist that somebody's vibing out to, Entuned is free to start. No credit card required. There's no trial period. It's just free. So go check it out at entuned.co, entuned.co. The link is below.